All right, so we're going to do a quick lesson on subtracting polynomials. And just to refresh your memory, from adding polynomials, last time we talked about how we drop the brackets and we just add each term. So the difference with subtracting is we simply also drop the brackets and we add like terms, but before we do that, we need to do one small step. So what we need to do with subtracting is we need to take the second polynomial. So usually when we're adding polynomials, there's the first one and the second one. But we usually take the second one and we change the signs of each term. So for example, if a term was positive, then we change it to a negative. If it was a negative, we change it to a positive. And the reason for that is really subtracting is really just adding the opposite sign. So let me go through an example here. We have the polynomials subtracting here, negative 2a squared plus a minus 1. And we're subtracting a squared minus 3a plus 2. So we have two polynomials here. And again, what we're going to do first is we're going to change the middle sign right here. We're going to change that to an addition sign. And then we're going to change all the terms here, change their sign. So the first step here is we're going to change the subtraction sign to an addition sign. And then change the signs of the terms in the second polynomial. That's what we're going to do. So this is what it looks like. We keep the negative 2a squared there. We just copy this part out. Plus a minus 1. And this is the part that changes. We need to change the subtraction sign to an addition sign. And then we change all the signs of the terms, which means an a squared becomes a negative a squared. Negative 3a becomes positive 3a. And plus 2 becomes minus 2. So now this looks like an addition question. And we do the exact same thing that we did for addition. We drop the brackets. So we drop the brackets, we rewrite everything as is, and then we ignore the plus sign and we just take the negative a squared and we just keep going. We take each term and we just add it to the polynomial. Now, all we need to do is combine like terms. So you find my a squareds. So it's negative a squared minus a squared. I need to take my a's, which is plus a plus 3a. And lastly, we can take our numbers, minus 1, minus 3. And all we need to do is add the coefficients. So we have negative 2 here, and a negative 1 there, which becomes negative 3a squared. Plus 1 plus 3 is plus 4a. And minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. Oops, I actually screwed up there. This is actually a minus 2. So that'll change our answer to minus 3. So this is our new polynomial. When we subtract the two polynomials, this is what we get. So those are the steps. So after, let me just write this here. After we do that, we just proceed like we did for addition. And that's it. So hopefully this video helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you soon. All right, so we're going to do another example for subtracting trinomials or subtracting polynomials. but this time we have two variables. But it's the same process where we combine like terms, but before that we need to change some things. So let me remind you, for subtracting, we keep the first set of terms the same in the first polynomial. That stays the same. And then we change the subtraction sign to an addition sign, and we change the signs for each of the terms. So the positive 8 squared right here becomes negative 8 squared. The negative 7xy becomes positive 7xy. The negative 4y squared becomes a positive 4y squared. And then here we just proceed as if we were adding. So we remove the brackets and we rewrite each term right beside each other. So I ignore the positive there, and we just have negative x squared plus 7xy plus 4y squared. So now I'm just going to find all of my x squareds. That's what we start off with. I have two of them. We have 5x squared and negative 8x squared. Put those two together. Next, we take our xy's. So negative 3xy plus 7xy. And lastly, we take our y squareds at the end, plus 2y squared plus 4y squared. Now we just add our coefficients. 5 minus 8, which is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 plus 7, positive 4xy. And lastly, 2 plus 4, which is positive 6, and those are y squareds. So that's my answer for this. So keep in mind again, the first polynomial stays the same. You rewrite that, change the negative sign or the subtraction sign to a positive sign. Then you change all the terms. In the second polynomial, you change the sign of all the terms. And then you just proceed as you would if you were adding polynomials, which means you drop the brackets and you just write each term right beside each other. Then you combine like terms and you add or subtract the coefficients, and you should have your final answer after you've done that. So I hope that helps, and let me know if you have any questions.